そんなこと言っていいんだ。エリちゃんにあんたの恥ずかしい秘密ばらすわよ。
汚ねえ、マジ汚ねえこの女。
あんたこそ余計なことベラベラ喋って、本当ならお尻キックかましてやるところよ。
やっぱこいつ中身は男だよ。
Agaha had persuaded Matsuguyo to come with us.
さすがにきつそうだけど、頑張るっきゃないか。
As a condition for preparing her meals through the summer holidays, Kanako has come to help us too.
私にできるかな。
Unfortunately for her, Hotaru, who had come to bring a change of clothes for Agaha, was brought along too.
わわ
And how are you going to help? Are you the mascot? And then there was Hat. Ducks eat weeds, so we didn't need to force him. We just brought him out for the stroll. But isn't this private property?
ああ、そうだ。この広場の所有者はソアリング部の OB らしい。
So this person is one of the old members of the soaring club from before, Amane, and the others revived it.
定期的に草刈りをすることを条件に無償で貸してくださっている。
Wow.
それじゃ始めましょう。無駄口叩いてたら日が暮れちゃうわよ。
At the command of Katori Habane, second in charge of the club, we began cutting the grass. Being in such sweltering heat makes it all the more difficult. Here, there is nothing to block the direct sunlight, and the wind blowing from the direction of the lake only slightly cools us down. It's so hot! The towel wrapped around my head in place of a hat is already drenched in sweat. We all need to make sure we don't get heat stroke. It's said that you must take on fluids at regular intervals. On a day as hot as today, it's best to drink something before you start to feel thirsty.
もうダメ。ちょっとコンビニ行ってきていいか。
情けないな。男の子でしょ。
こちとらバイトとバンドと恋に夢中なもやしっこなんだ。
Katori, are you okay?
平気よ。お尻が超ムレムレだけど。
We thought that it might be impossible for Katori, who was in a wheelchair, to do the weeding, but even so, she wanted to do it. I was worried that she, without thinking of the conditions, would get carried away and collapse. Here, have some of the sports drink.
サンキュー。
What is it, Hotaru?
虫
Is it a ladybug? A grasshopper came jumping out of the grass like she was about to cut. What? It's just a grasshopper. Hotaru was hiding behind me, scared. I caught the grasshopper and put it down in the area that we had finished cutting. Don't get caught by Hat, he'll eat you. Ducks love eating grasshoppers.
ありがとう、青鬼。
Kanako, just sit in there. I don't know why that's funny to me, it just is. Kanako, using a lawnmower that Agaha had borrowed from a local farm, was cutting down the long weeds along one side. As long as they aren't long enough to get entangled around the wheels, it's no problem, so there's no need to pull them out from the root.
こら、ハット先輩、邪魔だよ。ミンチになっちゃうよ。カッカッ。
Thinking that the lawnmower is a living thing, Hat sometimes tries to mess around with it.
ねえ、葵くん、その子をどっか連れてっといて。
Okay, no problem. Hat, who doesn't want me to pick him up, starts going crazy as I take him away. Alright, here should be okay.
やあ、ハット。はあ。
Amane, could you take care of him?
おう、いいぞ。
Amane, who usually just stays in the garage, is really throwing herself enthusiastically into cutting the grass today. That reminds me, that time when you did test the flight before, it took off from here, didn't it?
そうだ。
How was the grass at the time?
私と顧問の山野辺先生とでやった。必要な部分だけだが。
Huh? The advisor?
おう、顧問だ。
I guess that clubs usually have one of those. But I haven't seen him even once. Hey, Agaha!
何？
Do you know Mr. Yamanobe?
ああ、 あの若い男の先生。頼りなくてひょろっとしてる？
Seems like he's our advisor.
うん、知ってるよ。
She knew about that? As I should have expected. Why does he come to our club activities?
前の顧問の先生が定年退職なさって、代わりに顧問になってくれたのが山野辺。先生はグライダーについては素人だし、あまり興味もないようだ。
あの先生、事なかれ主義だからね。飛岡先生に頭上がらないし。
So, she got that teacher to help out. Then did the test flight?
ああ。山野辺先生は人手が足りない時だけ協力してくれるんだ。グライダーを飛ばすには一人では無理だからな。
I don't know what kind of person this Mr. Yamanobe is, but he might be in a difficult position. And it definitely looks like there would be no end to his worries. She probably didn't want to burden him with anything. As I thought about that, I worked hard at building the runway. I realized that everyone was covered in dirt, and it seemed that today's bath would feel especially good. And in that manner, the preparations for the test flight gradually proceeded. And excuse me, I'm sorry. Damn it, I didn't press enter. We were doing everything for the first time. And we took to even the tedious jobs with a feeling of freshness. It's night already. Jeez. Then, one day in August, at long last.
できた！
The main wings were finally completed. Everyone looked at the giant, white-painted wings with a feeling that is indescribable. So many things happened to us. So many things happened for us to get this far. Ghidorah looks tearful due to all the emotion. What are you getting all tearful for?
だって、私、こんなに頑張って、それがちゃんと形になったのって、もうずっと、なかったから。
I know how she feels. However, it's still too early, right?
そうそう。そういうのは飛んでからにしようよ。そうね。
Katori wipes her eyes on her arm and renews her motivation.
歪みもない。表面も限りなく滑らかだ。
Amane looks uncharacteristically serious as she cheeks over the two completed wings. Distortions inhibit the normal flow of air, reducing lift. Also, unevenness and scratches on the surface, even though so fine that they cannot be seen by the naked eye, causes friction and create drag.
いい翼だ。
With Amane's seal of approval, Agaha and Katori high-five each other and punch the air. At some point, these two had formed a great partnership.
これで飛べるのよね。
ああ、飛べる。
Finally, we can do the test flight tomorrow. Okay. I mean, okay. And stop! Early morning. It's finally time for the test flight. In order to do that, we have to take the glider to the runway. We put the glider on a special trailer and it will be towed by a truck. I thought it was
よう
you.
やく完成したか。
Anchan, who had brought the small truck inside the school from the factory, spoke quietly to himself when he saw the wings that had been loaded into the trailer. By the way, we received permission for Anchan to bring his truck into the school grounds. That was the first time I'd seen the advisor, Mr. Yamanobe. As I imagined, he was an honest and good person, but it seemed a little timid.
できたよ、あーちゃん。
Agaha lifted her head and let us know that the trailer has been connected to the truck.
トレーラーの中で機体が擦れたりしないようちゃんとチェックしとけよ。
The The glider had been separated into several parts and loaded onto the trailer. If they aren't firmly secured, if there are any friction during the transportation, it's possible that they might be damaged.
ここちょっと緩いんじゃない？
Akaha, could you grab a towel? I put the towel into the gate that acted as to act as a cushioning. That should do it.
よし、じゃあ行くか。助手席はハバネさん。あとは荷台に乗り込め。お前ら、手を貸してやってくれ。
Akaha and I lifted up Kitori and put her down in the passenger seat.
私も後ろが良かったな。
Kitori grumbles a little. I can't say I don't know how she feels. Agaha and I take her wheelchair and get into the cargo bed of the truck.
準備はいいか？
オッケーだよ。
よーし、出発だ。
I'm actually quite excited for some reason.
Hi, みんな。
As we arrive on the runway, Amine, who had gotten here first, waved her hand to greet us. Anchan parked the truck next to the runway and jumped out of the cargo bed.
あー楽しかった。
I always wanted to ride in the cargo bed of a truck.
いいな、二人とも。
We helped Kitori, who seemed quite dejected, out of the passenger seat and into the wheelchair. While we do that, Anchan disconnects the trailer from the truck.
達也、
よ、あまね。
すまないな。手伝ってもらって。
なーに、いいってことよ。あいつらのためならな。
うん。
それに、俺だって無関係じゃないだろ。何せ OB なんだからな。
そうだったな。
本当はこいつが飛ぶところを見ていきたいんだが。
Anchan, are you leaving? I was listening from a little further away, but I couldn't help butting in.
これから仕事なんだ。
あんちゃんにも見てほしかったな。
大丈夫だ。ここで飛べばうちの工場からも見える。
絶対見ててね。
ああ。だからしっかりやれよ。
Anchan gives a great big smile and then goes to leave in the truck. As soon as Anchan left, we immediately began the assembly. The aircraft is still in pieces on the trailer. First, we put the fuselage on the ground, then we take out the two main wings. Kitori, keep an eye out and make sure it doesn't hit anything.
オッケー。
Agaha, Amine, and I lift up one of the wings and attach it onto the fuselage.
風に気をつけてくれ。そよ風程度でも翼は揚力を発生させてしまうからな。
If a strong wind were to blow straight into this, the lift generator would send the wing and us with it flying. After attaching the main wing, next is the horizontal tailplane.
ゆっくりね。ゆっくりだよ。
We carefully assemble it, making sure it does not bump into anything and scratch it.
おお。
That does look pretty good! Standing in front of the completed glider, we are all filled with deep emotion.
こんな風になるんだ。
Hey look, there's a duck! It's huge!
でも綺麗。
Until now, we didn't really know what it would be like to see the full view of our very own aircraft. Compared to the regular planes that we are all familiar with, it looks kinda cool. In particular, the unusually long wings that we had completed the day before looked really unbalanced compared to the slightly stubby-looking fuselage. But I wonder, looking at each part and knowing that in order to fly, there is a reason for all of it, it feels like something's incredibly beautiful.
チェックを始めるぞ。
Amine, holding a printed out checklist in one hand, gives out instructions to everyone.
工具は揃っているか？
全部あります。
Before we fly, we have to make sure that we all have tools used in assembly. If anything is missing, it's possible that it's still attached to the aircraft. In such an event, it could cause a huge accident.
車輪の空気。
There's enough in them.
ピトー管詰まってないか？
大 大丈夫よ。
それから、
There was a wide range of different things to check. We checked for wear and tear on the aircraft, and even checked to see if there's any bugs that may have nested anywhere. At a glance, some of it might seem silly, but when we consider that we'll be flying through the air in this thing, we can't really say that. For example, if a bug jams one of the instruments, it could possibly have a negative effect on the pilot and may cause an accident. That's why we must check these things before the flight. By assembling the glider and doing all the checks ourselves, we are able to gain a deeper understanding of the glider. Amine said that she had made some revisions to a checklist made by one of the old members.
じゃあ次はポジティブコントロールチェックだ。
As she says that, Amine gets into the cockpit.
右エルロン。
The rest of us standing outside go to the part that she calls out. In this case, the right aileron. Don't know how to pronounce that. And hold on to it, making it hard to move. Amine moves the yoke to operate the aileron. At this time, if the yoke can be moved with no resistance whatsoever, it's possible that the couplings between the yoke and the aileron might have been cut. If this were a car, it would be like moving the steering wheel and the wheels not turning. Needless to say, that would be extremely dangerous. These checks are also carried out on the rudder and elevator.
オールオッケーです。
じゃあ今度は葵くんが後部座席に乗ってくれ。
Amine gets out and I sit in the back seat. Then we repeat the same checks.
フラップ、タイムブレーキもバッチリよ。
Now that the assembly checks have all been completed, I get out of the cockpit. Everyone lines up for a briefing. Or for the briefing.
今日は風も穏やかで、テストフライトにはちょうどいい日だな。
Ah, jeez Louise. Amine, who would normally be explaining the precautions at this point, speaks with a gloomy look on her face that contradicts the things she might have been saying.
だから怖がる必要はないぞ。きっとうまくいくからな。
怖がってるの、あまねちゃんでしょ？
Kitori speaks quite tactlessly, and Amine freezes up. Then, shake, shake, shake. She started trembling.
風がないとグライダーは飛ばない。そういう意味じゃ、今日はフライト日和とは言えないな。
Hey, what are you talking about?
ちょっと小鳥、どうすんのよ。いや、どうって言われても。
よーし、今日は中止にしよう。組み立ての練習ができたんだからもういいよな。
こーら、何言ってんの。ここまで来たら普通飛ぶでしょうが。
いや、君たちはまだ初心者だから知らないだろうが、グライダーのフライトには本来もっと荒れた日の方が。
あまねちゃんがビビってるだけでしょ。
だって。
そういう時は、手のひらにひとって字をたくさん書いて飲み込めばいいのよ。
やだ、そんな迷信信じないぞ。
She sounded like a kid when she said that.
大丈夫ですって。風が穏やかな方が安定して飛べるだろうし。
I think so too.
やだ、怖い。
Oh, she says she's scared.
しょうがないわね。アゲハ、葵くん。
At Kitori's signal, Aga hold Amelie firmly from each side.
何をする。すみません、あまね先輩。
It's for your own good.
やめろ、離せ。
Oh, they prepare for this moment? Why does she sound like a little kid? While we hold on to Amine as she struggles against us, Kitori writes the Chinese letter for her person on the palm of her hand in a ridiculous number of times.
ひと。こんだけ書けば十分でしょう。
Hey, there's no need to take a run up.
ノーラ
Smack. Rather than making her eat the person characters, Katori slaps her right in the face. This was just like the kind of thing that happens in pro wrestling, where 3 bad guys team up to hurt one of the good guys.
これでどう？少しは怖くなくなったでしょ？腹が。
Having some fighting spirit slapped into her, Amane holds her nose.
ちょっと聞きすぎたかしら。
Why did you slap her in the face like that?
天音先輩の鼻が縮んで美人が台無しになったらどうすんの？
This is totally crazy. Amane, you alright?
平気だ。ありがとう、みんな。少しだけ勇気が出たよ。
Giving a little smile, Amane walks towards the winch.
よし、成功ね。
I karate chopped her, didn't I? What do you mean?
先輩は私のアイドルなんだからね。うたた、何を二人して。
Katori chased after us when we went off ahead. On one side of the runway is a huge thing that looks like a household generator. This is the winch. A glider, which has no thrust of its own, cannot fly into the air by itself. There are a few different ways for it to take off, a method using a towing plane, if often used, where a regular plane is used to tow the glider into the air, where it is then released. This can be done if you get it to a certain altitude to begin with. However, if you don't have an airplane, which are expensive, you have to use another method. This is where the winch comes in. To explain it simply, it's a machine which reels and rope using a giant rope motor. The glider is connected to the end of the rope, which is then lifted to a great height to make it take off, just like kites when they are flown into New Year's. Or flown on New Year's. God damn, I cannot speak. The difference is that the glider is huge and quite heavy. Naturally, the winch has to be huge too.
最初はフルパワーで、機体が地面から約30度に達したら、徐々にパワーを緩めていって。
Amane is teaching Katori how to use the winch. Or winch. She already explained this. My phone just vibrated. What is it? While it's loading up. And we tried operating it before, so now it's just a recap. Our roles for... Oh, that was lagging. Our roles for today are that Amane and I are the pilots, Katori operates the winch, and Naga helps with taking off and landing as well as the ground control. By the way, the winch isn't as expensive as a plane, but it appears to be quite pricey. It was used by previous members of the Soaring Club, has been maintained, and now will eventually be put into use, so it's been in service for many years. To be honest, the equipment here goes way beyond the scope of high school club activities.
オッケー、わかったわ。
それじゃ、離陸準備に入ろう。
Alright. We walk back from the winch toward the aircraft. It's about a kilometer away, so it takes a while. Amane gets into the front seat, and following her, I get into the back seat.
シートベルト、しっかり締めてね。
As Aga tells me to do this, I check the seatbelt several times.
ペダルに足は届いているか？動かしにくい部分はないか？
It's okay. My dog is barking. Someone might be here, so be